Absolute wow. Just a shocker right now. So I caught up with Fairy Tail. I missed, I believe, 3 chapters, including the latest one. And wow. So this is how we're going out. Really? In case you don't know, Fairy Tail is ending in 10 chapters. 10. 10. And this is how we're going out. Wow. So in a nutshell, the past few chapters, we had shit with Lucy opening up the book and rewriting shit, and Natsu got dusted off, and then he got back up, and they had a Naruto-esque Sasuke type of deal with Zeref and Natsu clashing and shit like that. Zeref! Natsu! Oh my gosh. Because Zeref at this point had the most incredible magic. He had Mavis's magic, which should be unstoppable, right? That's the magic that he's been seeking. He wanted it so that he could reverse time, which in essence, honestly, thinking about it, he really didn't have to clash against Natsu. Natsu got back up. He could have just easily, fuck you, I'm jumping through the door. I don't care no more. It doesn't even matter. But no, he turns around. And again, Zeref has this incredible magic. You know what I'm saying? He has Mavis's magic in him, and he became this transcended being. And instead of him, what he should be doing, he should body Natsu. No problem at all. Motherfucker gets dusted down. I'm disgusted. This is how we're going out. Like, I wanted to go out with Fairy Tail at the very least on a decent note. You know what I'm saying? But especially with the latest chapter, 2, not 1, 2 of the main antagonists, the main villains, gone. Just like that. Now we have 10 chapters. So there's a possibility for something to turn around. I believe within these 10 chapters, prediction time, theory time, Zeref ain't gonna get back up. Zeref is gonna have his last few words with Mavis. Maybe he might try to reverse things in some way or another to help in his last breath, kind of a Nagato type of deal or something like that. But Zeref, I truly believe, is down for the count after this. Acnologia, let's talk about that. I'll give it to Ichiya. At the very least, Ichiya, he was a real man. He looked like a G. He went out like a G with honor. Cool shit there. But this is how Acnologia goes out. My favorite villain in Fairy Tail. This is how the big shabanga goes for Acnologia. He gets tricked into a hole by Ichiya. I'm sorry. I can't. Thinking about Ichiya being part of the reason Acnologia got taken down and thrown into a wormhole, essentially, is disgusting, and I can't believe it right now. That is the most, and we have 10 chapters. Maybe in a chapter or 2 he could come back. But that is the most anticlimactic what the fuck I've seen. Anna, okay, you know, Hiro kind of weaves that shit in the past few chapters of Anna Heart Failure, the past 10, 20 chapters of her existence and all that shit. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, whatever. But Anna, okay, you know, her being a part of taking Acnologia down because that was her goal in the first place. But Ichiya? Are you fucking joking right now? Fairy Tail, man. I can't believe that this is... I mean, I can... But I wanted to believe differently that Fairy Tail was going to end in a different way because how? Just how do you do this, Hiro? You know, people complain about the ending of Bleach. People complain about how Bleach ended, the fights were anticlimactic, the way things went down, but Fairy Tail took it to a whole other level. And I hate to be that guy because I wanted to go out with a decent, nice vibe with Fairy Tail. I wanted to say, you know, shit was alright. But I can't. Because Zeref going down with all that magic he had by Natsu, Lucy reading a fucking book and Natsu getting back up and my friends and his speech. Holy shit, this is a rant. I didn't even want to rant, but I'm ranting. That speech was so cringy. It was like... taking the Green Lanterns in Brightest Day and Darkest Night type of shit and extending it to the most cringiest way possible. Wow. This is it. It's like, what we have left for Fairy Tail, 10 chapters. Hiro Mashima been hyping that he's doing some other shit. And the Dragon Cry movie, some people already seen it. I heard some good things about that. So at the very least, we have that. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. But in 10 chapters, like, I don't expect at this point for us to get another threat. Because there's no way introducing another threat would even be logical at this point. You know, the whole person that gave Zeref the curse or Anna being a threat, it wouldn't work with 10 chapters left. Well, I guess it could work the way Fairy Tail does things, that we get motherfuckers one-shotted out of nowhere, so it's possible, but I just don't see it happening. I mean, the best case scenario is Acnologia comes back and Natsu, because he already left Zeroth, which that shit was sad. I ain't gonna lie, Natsu walking away and saying, later big bro, I just fucking kicked your ass, I shouldn't have, and you know, the whole END thing was hyped up and everything, but I just kicked your fucking ass, bro, you shit, I'm out of here, I'm gonna go play with Happy right now, I'm gonna pick Happy's afro right now. Disgusting. Just disgusting. I can't believe this, man. I'm so disappointed. I mean, it was to be expected, because look what Hiro Mashima has done with this arc. How many times the Spriggan 12, how many times even in prior arcs he's done this, but I thought at the very least, and I'll eat my words for Acnologia's portion. I don't believe Zeroth is going to change, but if Acnologia comes back, I'll eat my words in that regard if he has a better send-off, because Ichiya and getting tricked into a wormhole. It should have been, here's what should have happened, and it's cliche as fuck, but it would have been better than this. Natsu, Zeroth, bam, them two together. Zeroth, well, whatever, you know, I want to protect the world from devastation and unite all peoples within our nation, right? Fuck it. He's Team Rocket now. Them two working together, maybe END, bam, go against Acnologia. The two brothers potentially die at the hands of Acnologia, but not before taking him out. That would have been so much better. It would have been cliche. It would have been predictable. It would have been like, oh shit, yeah, nothing new here. But it would have been better than this. Ichiya. Wow, I'm disgusted, and I'm repeating myself at this point, but I can't believe it. I can't believe the significance of what Acnologia represented, the terror, everything that we've been through, and it's not like, you know, because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, Ichiya single-handedly defeated him, but him and Anna, two people, like, Acnologia has been built up for arcs upon arcs. I believe Tenrojima was the first time we heard of him, when we found out that Gildarts lost a fucking arm. Was it an arm and a leg? I want to say it was an arm and a leg at the hands of this monster, and for him to be this big of a credible threat and go out this way, there's still time. There's still time. We could have a chapter 2 where he comes back, and then maybe the whole thing that I just mentioned of, you know, Zeroth decides, okay, you know, my last breath, he's going to take out Acnologia. That would be okay, but as it stands right now, terrible. And this was a terrible way to get rid of two of the best villains in Fairy Tail, but it's been proven time and time again that when it comes to Fairy Tail, the power of friendship supersedes everything. No matter how great of a villain, how strong you are, Natsu, when he cares about his friends and he's like, fuck my friends, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Fairy Tail, we're going out this way. Curious what you guys think about this, though. How do you feel about Acnologia essentially being dusted like that? Essentially, you know, he's gone. Do you think he's going to come back? We got 10 chapters left. Do you think that maybe a chapter 2 he'll return and Anna and Ichigo will be dead? Something along the lines of that. That would be great. I'll be happy there. Also, Zeroth losing at the hands of Natsu. Natsu one-shotting him. He one-shotted him because Zeroth didn't take any blows prior to this when he left that grand exit. And he left Natsu there and he said, oh yeah, by the way, Gramps, you don't need to say sorry. He's already fucking dead. I'm responsible for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, grand exit. And done. Like, what do you guys think about that? How do you feel regarding the ending of Natsu versus Zeroth? Personally, I am so disappointed, and I can believe it, but I can't, that Fairy Tail is going out this way. And just your overall thoughts of the madness of the past 3 chapters. I mean, shouts out to Jalal. That was something that happened in between these chapters. He was putting in work. I think I would have liked it, and it would have been a little bit more impactful if Acnologia is going out this way. If Jalal also would have been a part, like, it would have lose 5 characters that were more relevant than just Ichiya and Anna, aka fucking pull her out of my ass for plot reasons. Like, if we would have had significant characters in the destruction of Acnologia in a combination, would have worked better. But yeah, so shouts out to what Jalal, he was putting in work, still wasn't enough to really make anything regarding Acnologia's defeat feel credible or impactful. And just your overall thoughts of Fairy Tail and the way it's ending. Do you think that there's a possibility within these 10 chapters we could get a new villain, or that's out the question? What do you think is going to happen for the remainder of the conversation between Mavis and Zeroth? I would like, at the very least, because, you know, fuck fights already at this point. Like, we've already, that's just disappointing at this point. Fuck fights. Let's get a meaningful conversation with Zeroth and Mavis. They did love each other. It was some real love up until, you know, Zeroth went bonkers because she died and shit like that. But let's get a meaningful conversation in there. Let's get something sad at the very least. Something, a decent send-off in that regard, because as far as the ass whipping he took, that's not decent. But if we could get something like that, I'd be okay, somewhat. But, yeah. This is how we go out. Not with a bang, not all fired up, but with a whimper. And your overall thoughts of the ending of Fairy Tail. 10 chapters left, but that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. They better bring back Acting Low Gear. Boy, it can't end this way. My mind can't process it.